My name is Megan KAHNAWAKE. I'm an art therapist from KAHNAWAKE. I have two different populations that I work with. One is within my community, within the school system. So the other population that I work with is male Indigenous inmates at a medium security prison. I am also an artist and a mother, and that's who I am. Art therapy is a form of expressive arts therapies, and it blends together psychological interventions and knowledge and theories with studio art. So it's a way to use the creative arts as a place to kind of explore the self in ways that you may not be able to verbally, and you can use, the shapes and the colors as a way to explore those things that we don't have words for or that are really challenging to explain. And talking about challenging things sometimes makes no sense, and sometimes that has no words. So it's a way to express yourself. Part of the research that I've done was looking at how art therapy can help with multi-generational trauma. Residential schools, where they took children out and just said, this is what's best for you in your communities. And that's a big pain, and that's a big trauma that is still healing. For me, being able to acknowledge the roles of colonization and residential schools and how that impacts communities and individuals and families, I think is so critical in servicing our communities, to be able to have that awareness and know that you're not just working with a person, but you're working with their family, and you're working with their history and their community and the generations that came before them. Being able to provide services within my community, I think, is part of that healing. To know that someone from your own community is helping you find your way, and it's not me saying I know what's best for you, because that's not the way art therapy works. And I think that's powerful, to have Indigenous people servicing their own people. I think my creative process led me to explore my own identity as a First Nations woman, and what does that mean? We have systems like the Indian Act, we have history, we have teachings, we have all of these sources of information that tells us who we are. Being able to use the arts as a way to kind of explore and navigate this topic, and to blend these Western ways of making art with these traditional ways of making art, and how can I create self-understanding? How can I externalize, this question into a tangible form, so I can look at it and you can dialogue with it and kind of find your own answer? And I think that's a process that's innate in art therapy. It's just being able to take whatever's in there, whatever doesn't have words or explanations, to take it out and to put it in a form so that you can mold it, you can touch it, you can change it, you can question it, you can argue with it in a way that's safe. When I think about what it feels like to use art to help people, I think of my own traditional teachings, and I think of this idea that each of us are born with a gift, and we learn it at different points in our lives, and we cultivate it, and that becomes our role in our communities to share with each other, to help each other. So being able to use my gift to help other people find their way or find their own gifts is fulfilling for me, because I feel like I'm fulfilling my own calling, and that's what I need to do in this world, in this time. Ganara tahawi your jets, wagen yandu, KAHNAWAKE te gitaru.